Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to our broadcast here at PAX. I'm joined with Liam from Tales of Games, and we're about to play Barkley 2.
We are.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Pretty excited about it. I think we're good.
As long as it lets us.
Yeah. No, you want to say anything precursor-wise before we get in here, or you just want to dive
it's a sequel to our first game called Barkley Shut and Jam Gaiden. And so, yeah. And so, this is a sequel.
Okay.
And it's about, you're going to be playing like a combat build. So, there's a few things that don't work. It's still super work in progress, but we probably just keep them anyway.
Okay.
That's how we roll.
Awesome, awesome. Our producer has apparently heard of your other games.
Yeah.
It's got real wide.
He did one of those.
I've kind of heard of it. Yeah. I haven't had a chance though, but let's hop in. I'm excited to start this saga here.
Cool. You can begin or continue. It doesn't really matter. You'll start in the same place. So it's a RPG, but the original one was a JRPG turn-based, and this is a twin-stick kind of top-down shooter. What you're going to be playing now is after sort of the first quarter of the game, I guess. You are in a town. You just got kicked out of the town, or you have a bunch of different ways to exit the town. So however it is, you're in the front, and now you're sort of stuck in the Wasteland. You have these little blue guys. They're kind of bad guys. They're Dwergars, and we have each individual Dwergar is their own character. They go on quests themselves. They level up themselves. They do all kinds of crazy stuff themselves. They wield the same kind of weapons that you do. If you kill them, you can get the exact gun that they're working.
Nice.
The joke of the original game was that it was stupid and about basketball, and but it went on forever and was like a full game. And so this one is even a more full game. It just goes to extreme limits. So that's
sounds exciting.
So you can walk down from here. Once you get out of this little area, we'll go back to that station. So
I figured X is an item, right?
X, yeah, you just ate candy. You don't want to really do that again because you'll need it. If you press Y, you'll pull up a quick menu. Use your D-pad. So you have these different guns. You name your guns. You tame them from the wild, and then you breed them together to create new guns. So you have Knave, Tunt, Bean, Hank, and Herb. And they all do different things. So you have shotguns and pistols and all kinds of stuff. So you can choose which one you want. You're probably going to be better off with Tunt or Knave to start. That junk minigun is good, but it's really heavy. 20 stone means it's weighed down.
Oh, okay. That's
stone.
That's
yeah, of course. Yeah, stone is weight. You just press Y to hop out, and B will pull it out, and then now it's just a twin-stick shooter with the actual bumpers shoot, not the. There you go.
Nice. Okay.
So you have a gun that's a pensioner's gun, which actually has the bullets float in midair. We have a huge amount of prefixes for the guns, a lot roguelike like a Borderlands or any other thing like that.
Is some of this, and this is all you guys have like plotted this out. I mean, this is not random.
Yeah, it's not random at all. In fact, very, very, very little of the game has any RNG at all.
Even drops, or I mean, like drops are.
Well, these guys have a certain amount, a certain table of guns that they pull from. Yeah, but the game is all sort of laid out. You play kind of a day in the life of a trash-filled space station, and we get a lot of inspiration from Way of the Samurai, if you know that game. It's a huge, insane amount of choices that branch in like really ridiculous and crazy ways, and so that's sort of what we're doing. So as you go around and as you're picking up weapons and shooting these guys, the more weapons you pick up, the more ability you have to fuse them together, melt them down, and create new bullets, and then go from there. I could show you the fusing system. We went for, and you could tell me if it's the most complex fusing system of all time, but we're trying to go with that for that. So
let me finish up this combat.
Yeah, this particular guy is, you saw naked. He didn't have any cybernetic parts, which means he's very vulnerable to biotic damage. But if you see other enemies that have like a robotic eye or something like that, that means they're more cybernetic, and you could do more cybernetic damage, like EMP pulses or electricity will kill him more. So each individual enemy and yourself included are made up of different elements, right? Like mostly you're starting with bio, which you see down here, this little thing. The green is bio and the blue is cyber, but as you die, different robotic parts are put into you to keep you alive, and then that'll actually change the dynamic of the game. You'll start to be more vulnerable to cybernetic stuff instead of biotic stuff.
So those are the two types, or?
And then there's cosmic, which is b-ball, of course, basketball, because basketball rules everything, right? Space Jam. And then there's Zauber, which is our stupid magic from the first game, and there's also mental, which is the other element of the game.
Sure. Is there anything like
you can just it's open world. The game. So this guy, see, he's got a little more cybernetic things. Yeah. You don't have a gun that does cybernetic damage, but that's sort of how we. So each individual enemy that's spawned has its own dynamic, its own visual indicators of what he can do, what his capabilities are. So what you could do now, you have a choice. You have 6 guns, which is pretty good. You could go back to your utility station and possibly fuse a few together. We could do some hot guns breeding if you want.
Yeah, that sounds
all right, cool.
Good.
So let's. That would be where you would put your candy, because of course candy heals you, and that's your really heavy gun. So you'll want to put it away. Like Dark Souls, you walk around with a really heavy weapon, but you can put it away and run really quickly.
Figure out my quick switch here too.
Exactly. Yeah.
You said the shotgun was good, right?
The shotgun's good too, yeah. So we can run up and breed a few guns, and then you can run back out and test them out and see if they're good.
Yeah,
so you can run up into that machine thing, yeah. Awesome. And if you know anything about the first game, it's this ridiculous joke. So of course we have 4 party members, even though you're only ever one person. So you can select your first guy, which is X114M9, and then move down to guns. We're still mega alpha, so all this is like placeholder stuff. Sure. So you have your 5 guns that you're walking around with, if you remember Tunt and Nate. Yeah. And then if you press L and are the bumpers, you'll move to your bag. There you go. And you have a Mithril Flintlock, Cobalt Machine Pistol. These are all the guns that you picked up. So you have orbiting, Rusty. What's cool about the orbiting countermeasure gun is it shoots out, it rotates around you, and countermeasures bring bullets in and keep them from hitting you. So that's actually a really, really cool gun.
Yeah.
But what you can do is if you press L one more time, I see a bug where Tirnanog is still written on the top, there you go, fusing. Now you can breed 2 guns together. So since we only have a limited amount of time, you might as well just go nuts and just get a gun orgy going.
Yeah.
And
do I have to move them to the other?
Yeah, press A and you can like move through the guns. So each of these guns have 5 different properties. They have 2 prefixes and suffixes, or 2 prefixes, 1 suffix, a material, and a gun type. And if you add in all the capabilities, all the possibilities, there's 72 million guns in the game.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. There's also 2,025 different combinations between material and gun type, and that means each our artist has gone through and drawn an individual sprite for each individual gun, so that's 2,025 gun sprites. So the joke is that we just kept going and going and going and never stopped, which is why the game isn't going to come out for like another 10 years. So you might as well just breed these 2 things together, anything you want, and you'll start seeing new guns. Broken Mustard of Gilbert's Gambit, Reaper's Digest, stupid puns there.
Sure.
So you made an orbiting dispelling carbon rifle of the countermeasure, which is cool. The Iron Machine pistol of the Quasar does that cyber damage that I was talking about, so that's probably pretty good. The idea is Shin Megami Tensei games is what this is from. If you've ever done demon fusion in that, fuse demons together, get them stronger and stronger and stronger. So that's sort of what that's all about.
Wow, all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's mega complex. Each of these different prefixes are we actually are breeding guns. They have genetics behind them, and so the more you breed like a pensioner's gun and a pensioner's gun together, the stronger pensioners gets, just like brown eyes.
Awesome.
And so it actually resolves like a Punnett square, like what you learned in like high school biology. It does it the exact same way.
That's amazing. So, are there recessive traits then?
There are, there's recessive traits that the main recessive trait just wipes out because if you just fused, you would always have 5 affixes and they would just go crazy. So the recessive traits actually wipe out the affix from taking hold, essentially. So they would just be a blank carbon pistol. But it still retains you could have a gun, you could have fused it 100 times, and it'll have all of those genes from all of its parents and grandparents and great-grandparents.
That's so awesome.
And you can follow it back in like a Ancestry.com family tree kind of thing.
Where did this gun come from?
There you go, pensioners aiding bone pistol. See, we have bone and stuff. It'll just keep going and going and going.
Okay, let's do a few more here.
Okay.
And then let's go kill some
Kill.
people.
All right, cool.
Wow.
All right, sweet. So if you want to press R to your bag, okay, cool. And then in your bandolier, you should one more over. You'll see you have this countermeasure gun.
Awesome.
You have a lot of countermeasure guns, which are more defensive types of weapons. So you probably won't really be able to kill much. But we went kind of crazy.
We'll see what happens here. Should we breed one more then? I mean, we're kind of short on guns.
You're kind of short on guns. Yeah, you might want to. Might want to just hop out.
Get out of here.
Just press B a few times. You should be able to get out. There you go.
All right.
So there you go. So you made a grass, a steel, and whatever else. I shouldn't have had you fuse so much because now you've made a bunch of guns that don't really do much damage. But yeah, try the other one. Pressing Y too will. Oh, that's actually, so that's a pensioner's, it'll slow down, which is good. If you got somebody that would shoot, it would, yeah, you're not doing anything. Oh, man. Okay, so we've pretty much broken the game.
We should craft one more.
Yeah, okay, yeah, just keep it going. Just keep it going. You press A on that guy, yeah. Just hope the countermeasure drops.
Maybe it's too far in the family.
It's too far in the family, yeah. So we need to bring countermeasures back. There is also like piles of guns everywhere. So it's a nickel rifle that's ajar and aiding. That's pretty good, but it still won't do any damage. So we've successfully broken the game.
Excellent.
Well done.
I crafted all my stuff away from here.
Yeah, sorry. So I don't know how much time we have.
We got like 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Should we restart?
Yeah,
then?
restart it, and we'll just press end right there. Boom.
All right, let's do it. On our way back. Just when we were making progress.
Yeah, I know. I ruined it.
That's all right. Well, we'll have guns this time around.
Yeah, you have the same ones. It takes a second to load up, but and it makes you press begin so we can like scrub that clean. So yeah, just
right. Just to make sure it didn't like save when you go into town or something.
Yeah, it's auto saves. It actually saves sometimes mid-conversation. So the idea is that you can never, ever go back on your choice.
Nice,
The idea is that as you make decisions, you essentially lock yourself out of other content. You're only really ever seeing like a quarter of the game in any playthrough. The idea is that anybody that plays the game will have a totally different experience than their friend.
Yeah, as well as the replayability, I'm sure.
Yeah, as well as replayability. So it is sort of still about basketball, mostly just because there's basketballs in the trash. The basketball will come out a little more. I think some people who like the game originally are curious where basketball is. We're showing down at the Indie Mega booth, and you can play our turn-based basketball game, which is competitive co-op and online, and it's a mobile game as well. So it's turn-based, so it's instead of having really fast basketball, it's incredibly slow and plays like chess or like Final Fantasy Tactics or something.
I love Final Fantasy Tactics.
Well, it's exactly Final Fantasy Tactics.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you can cast magic, of course, and all kinds of nonsense. So
that sounds like you should come back tomorrow.
I should have brought that, and you could play a game.
Well, we got time.
Okay.
Once we wrap up here, let's talk.
Okay,
Maybe we can figure out another time to have you come back tomorrow or Monday with that game, because that sounds a lot of fun. So.
Okay.
Cool. Well, let's see maybe about making a little bit more progress here. Should I just try to like kill a bunch of people and run deep into the Wasteland?
You can go south from here and go into the swamps. You can run up and kill these guys. You can, if you run the other way, you could see we have an amazing sprite artist. And if you go the other way, you can see like a huge hulking boss.
Oh god.
Here, I'm going to heal you back up.
Nice, thanks, dude. Oh. It kills them. I like that the weapons expire too. That's kind of.
Yeah, it's sort of to encourage you to get back into the. So you can also use these guns by pressing up on the D-pad, but once you flick through them, you can't go back. So just use one, and then yeah, that's a good one. And the idea is that we're trying to promote experimentation, trying a bunch of different guns, and then finding which ones you like, favoriting them, going back and fusing them, and trying to get stronger affixes and things like that. So you keep walking to the east, you'll come across our thing that'll hopefully, well, maybe you could kill it, and that would be interesting because no one's killed it yet.
Okay, yeah, we'll see if I got the skills or the weapons.
Yeah. The rifle is definitely more for like the larger enemies, so that's why it's kind of hard to aim. And you're out, so there you go. That's slow. You play a wise beyond his years and powerful beyond any person of his age, forlorn amnesiac, wayward baller of the age of 16. So that's what he is, but he's all cyberpunky with cool-ass mohawk hair.
Awesome.
I'm going to heal you up one more time.
Okay,
so
sounds good.
And one more map to the west, and you'll be able to...
Maybe let's just... Oh, okay, never mind. I was just going to say, let's just run past these guys.
Yeah, you actually play it really well. A lot of people just try and run past, but they will swarm you. The idea is to go... It's definitely more RPG than action, so we want people to go pretty slow and take their time. You can hold that down, it'll wind up and then blast everybody. Oh, you died. Okay, so cool thing, remember when I was saying about the cyber?
Yeah.
So now you died, and you're going to wake up. Death is persistent. You don't die and restart, you just die and wake back up somewhere else. So now you're lost in the wasteland somewhere.
Nice.
And if you notice the blue increased down there, so now you have more cybernetic parts in you. So something is keeping you alive by putting in machine parts to keep yourself alive, which now means you're more vulnerable to like those electrical attacks that would damage like cybernetic things.
What happens after it like maxes out, or
you become? I'll tell you. We haven't really announced that yet, but I'll tell you. You can become a full robot, and by doing so, you kind of give up your free will, which means you really can't make decisions anymore, and the game sort of plays itself.
Man, this game's fun. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with this game.
It's it's a little insane.
We're gonna breed a godless zinc shotgun.
Cool.
Let's see what that's.
Okay, so that has tubercular now, which gives enemies tuberculosis.
Oh, nice.
Which, of course, as you know, decreases the weight of them as they waste away, but they also become faster because their weight is lower, therefore they can run faster.
Okay.
So.
Now, you were talking about the suffixes and prefixes. Those all stay set. Like if I were to breed this Magician's Godless with this ricocheting, I'm basically going to end up with, Magician's ricocheting or Godless ricocheting.
Sort of. Well, almost.
Nice.
So ricocheting is actually represented by 3 different genes, like how we say GTA, CCHE, how like it's sequenced.
Sure.
Ours are like adjectives about it. So ricocheting would be like minus because it comes backwards, and performance, and I can't remember what the other one is. But 3 genes. So those genes get stronger, and if they are the 3 strongest, then it's ricocheting. So if you were to fuse ricocheting and magicians together, magicians is like not minus, so it would weaken the minus gene of ricocheting, and then in that Punnett square would increase the amount of magicians that are available and increase the amount of ricochets that are available. So like what you learn in biology is like a 4 square thing, but really it's a billion squares, right? That's like how it actually works. And so ours is a huge grid. And so the idea would be, what you can do is if you go to your bag, your bandolier, you can actually scan a gun that you like, and then you can 3D print it out again. And every time you 3D print it, it has those genes the same way. So you can fuse in a lot of the same genes that you like and fortify that gene, which is essentially eugenics, I guess. questionable, but that's
we're talking about guns.
Yeah,
here,
in the grim darkness of the future, anything works.
Awesome. Well, then once you just hitting scan, that puts it in the system.
And then you press L all the way to print. L and R, L bumpers, and there you go. So now you can print it out. These menus are still.
And then does this cost me some money in some way, or?
It costs you smelt points, which I think we've actually disabled, so that. But smelting is as you melt down guns, you can use them to refill other guns and stuff like that. Here's obviously your stats for your character. Running down the side, you can level up with Ego. You can equip still placeholder art, but you can equip your jerkins. This is how you gain XP. You have like a left and right brain. This is how you level up your character. You can increase your guts, luck, agility, might, and piety. So you choose which one you want to add in, and then you don't have any XP though. So XP is sort of given through like experience, not through like actual in-game experience, like you meeting people. All those increase your experience, not killing any things or performing well. You don't really get experience from quests or anything like that. You just get it through existing or talking to people. So, and what you just saw was we have a in-game forum that all the characters in the game post on the forum as well, and so it just keeps going and going and going and going.
Awesome. So, yeah, well, let's hunt around here just a little bit more and check this out.
If you go up and then keep going to the east, you'll be able to see some stronger enemies.
These guys are dangerous. They can see too about pulling aggro. Oh god.
Yeah, they'll follow you for a while.
Yeah.
And they'll wait. And they'll wait.
Oh god. You weren't going to tell me that, were you? Oh god. I knew that was a little suspicious.
Yeah, right.
You got real quiet there. Awesome. Yeah, well, let's see if I can run by. I'm almost dead, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can pretty. Oh, so you have some junk bots that pick up the trash in the game, and they're going to kill you. They have washing machines and all kinds of stuff. So you're getting close to the swamps, which is cool. And then he's going to torch you. There you go. So these guys will pick up all the trash that's available and become stronger by grabbing a flamethrower, or they'll pick up like one of the guys was a washing machine, so it'll just hobble around limited. So.
Wow. This is another amazing game. Really pleased to see this, and I'm gonna have to look up the first one and get a little bit more into it.
Cool.
And, excited for this. So, I mean, you said that you guys still got like a fair amount of work to do.
Yeah, we put out a release trailer that was joking about the Final Fantasy VII remake, and so we announced our release as November 11th, 2023. So in 8 years.
Nice.
So we'll see.
I like it.
We'll try. Well, maybe it was an early access or something like that.
That's good. That's how that rolls. Well, so if people want to find out more about this, about the b-ball game, which we were hoping to bring you back on, or just hit you up on like social media, where do they go to find out more about this game?
Twitter's Tales of Games, talesofgames.com. We had a Kickstarter, so you can find the Barkley 2 Kickstarter.
Awesome.
Or just follow your heart. Eventually you'll find it.
There you go. Awesome, Liam. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was really a pleasure. Hope our viewers enjoyed watching that. And we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We got some awesome speedrunners coming up their tournament, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Peace out.